Hello everyone, welcome back. In studying the series of acid, base and salt, we have done acid and base. Now we are going to start where we just stopped in previous lecture at indicators. So now we will start indicators. Indicators. So in previous lecture we seen that we cannot test every substance and tell that whether it is acid or base. So what we need to do is only one thing, that we need to take the help of indicators. So what are indicators? So indicators are special type of indicators are special type of substance. Not everything is indicator. Special type of substance which is used to which is used to differentiate whether solution is acid or base. Fine. We have some special type of substance which is used to define whether the given solution is acid or base. So this special type of substance is known as indicator. Fine. Now the question is that we have we got to know that what is indicators, but what it works, but how it works, this is our point. काम कैसे करेगा, ये पता कैसे चलेगा? So क्या करता है, ध्यान से देखें. It change, it means indicators change its color when it tells about acid and base. What does it mean? It means if you are using indicators and you want to know whether it is acid or base, then the simple thing is that you have to put the solution drops of acid or base, whatever you have, on that indicators, and if it is acid or base, it will change its color. So we will find out whether it is acid or base by seeing the color, by the change of color. So we need to observe only the color, before dropping the solution of acid or base and after dropping the solution of acid and base. If we see any particular change in color, then we decide whether it is acid or base. Fine. Yes. Now we have mainly some natural indicators that are litmus. I will teach you what is litmus, where it is found. Turmeric and China rose flower. See, these three are found naturally in our life. This is why I said natural indicators. And we have two artificial indicator also. So we have two artificial indicators. Two artificial indicators. That is phenolphthalein, phenolphthalein, and the second one is methyl orange. student from science background who did their 11th class in science, they might have done a practical, that is titration, then they use phenolphthalein, and methyl orange is also a kind of powder. So these two are artificial indicators and these three are the what? Natural. Now what we need to study is that now we will study how does these indicators are used and what are their final colors. What are their final color when we put acid or base on it. So please make note of it, and we just simply its background. What are those? So I feel that you have used this notes as your personal notes. So I am rubbing it, and now we will study step by step each indicator and their final outcome of color, whether what it appears. So first we are going to study that is litmus. That is litmus. The first one is litmus. See, first point about litmus, why I am keeping it at the first position, because it is mainly, widely and broadly used. So it is mainly यही यूज किया जाता है, and I would say widely used indicators. Fine. Now the thing is where it is found, पाया कहाँ जाता है. So it is found in sea, where, remember, lichen flora. It is a kind of plant. In which lichen flora, I would say, is present. So it is basically of lichen flora. Fine. Okay. It is a plant. It's a type of plant. Basically, it's a type of plant. You would find such type of plants that are found in sea water, green, and from this plant, this flora, litmus is made. Now in market, litmus is available in form of paper, or I would say this is a strip type. Fine. Now we need to discuss the main point, whether what it turns in color. See, before that we need to know this is actually the purple color. The strip of litmus paper, litmus test, this is purple color. So it is not the color of after doping acid and base, it is the color of what? Litmus, that is purple color. Now it turns, you already studied, turns red in acid and blue in base. We put, then this purple color becomes red in acid, and this purple color becomes blue in base. Fine. So this is generally as known as litmus paper. In market, if you went to market and asked to a shopkeeper whether give me a litmus, and he will give you such strips. He will not give you any plant or any flora, because it is made. So that's why it is generally known as litmus paper. Fine. Now second one is turmeric. So I will write here turmeric. Second one is turmeric. This is basically haldi, which we use in our day-to-day life. So I tell you simple story in Hindi. जब आपके कई बार आपने देखा होगा शादी वादी के अंदर जो हल्दी से जो मसाज करते हैं, दुल्हा हो या दुल्हन हो, तो उसके क्या होता है कि कपड़ों पे थोड़ी थोड़ी हल्दी लग जाती है, जाहिर सी बात है, और उन कपड़ों को जब धोते हैं तो वो रेड हो जाते हैं. देखना कभी प्रैक्टिकल करके, अभी नहीं देखा हो तो देख लेना कभी. अब मैं भी सोचता था कि वो रेड क्यों जाते हैं, तो वो हल्दी जो है इट इज ट्रीटेड एज ए इंडिकेटर, और उस पर आपने हल्दी डाल दी। अब जब आप उसको साबुन से धोते हो तो वो रेड हो जाते हैं, क्यों? क्योंकि साबुन के अंदर क्या होते हैं, बेस होते हैं हाइड्रोक्साइड, और वहीं से देखो, अब याद भी रहेगा आपको, लाल लाल धब्बे हो जाते हैं, तो वहां से क्या होगा, टर्मरिक, इट इज बेसिकली हल्दी। सीधा हल्दी नहीं होती है, you have to take I tell you how you will do. You can do it at your home. Take a tablespoon of haldi or turmeric and make a paste of it with water. Fine. Now take a A4 sheet paper, white A4 sheet, A4 paper, and paste it so that it is just like a thin layer over the A4 paper. Just make a thin layer of paste of turmeric on this paper. Right? This becomes your turmeric paper. This becomes your turmeric indicator. Fine. Now what you need to do is that just put a drop of acid and put a drop of base. Fine. Now what I see is that this is turmeric indicator, and I am putting the drop of acid and I am putting the drop of base. So when it is base, yes, so I told you that जब आपके कपड़ों पे हल्दी लग जाती है और आप धोते हो तो वो रेड हो जाते हैं, इट मीन्स साबुन के अंदर क्या होता है, बेस। इसका मतलब ये कलर क्या हो गया, रेड। What is this? Red. Fine. Now in case of acid it becomes yellow. So what you need to remember as far as in the exam is concerned, that I need to remember is that in turmeric indicators, if the color becomes yellow, then I will understand that this is acid, and if the color becomes red, then I will understand that it was base. Fine. Now third one is that, please make note of it, I am rubbing it. Now third one is China rose flower. So I hope you would have make notes of it. Now I am writing next one, and that is China rose flower and then phenolphthalein followed by methyl orange. So in China rose flower, see, you might have seen this flower in your, there is a red colored flower that might be found in many homes. We would have seen this flower because I'm telling you the exact name, that is China rose flower, but it is of red type color flower. So what we need to is that third one, that is China rose flower, and sometime it is petals, known as petals. So this is a natural indicator. What it is nothing, it is simply a flower. So how it is done? See, you have to take one flower of China rose flower and put it into a bowl. I'm writing the steps. One flower. Second step, put it into bowl plus warm water. Now what you observe is that after some time water becomes colorful. Now this water solution is your China rose flowers indicator. Now what you do is that if you put base in it and if you put acid in it, then it change its color. So if it is base, it becomes green. And if you put acid, then it becomes dark pink. Or I would say it is a magenta. Fine. So what you need to remember is that just I need to remember China rose flower. What is this? This is something, a flower, and I put warm water in a bowl and it becomes indicator. Then I put base, then it becomes green, and if I put acid, then it becomes dark pink. So this is what I have done with indicators, that is natural indicators. Now I will study Now I will study artificial indicators. Artificial's indicator. So now artificial indicator. Fine. We have two artificial indicator. First one is phenolphthalein, and it is methyl orange. It is methyl orange. This is you have done in your class 11th, and the practical was known as titration. So starting when I started this chapter, I wrote the properties of acid and base, that in acid phenolphthalein becomes colorless, and in case of in case of base, it becomes pink. Fine. Just these two terms we need to know. We don't have to go much deeper in that. We just need to understand, because this is something that will be asked in my exam. Now if it is methyl orange, then it becomes red in acid, then it becomes red in acid, and it becomes yellow in base. So this is what you are supposed to remember. This is what you are supposed to adapt, that concept behind these indicators. So in this section, what we have seen that what are indicators and how types, which types of indicator are there. There are two types, artificial and natural. There are three types of natural indicators. First is litmus, turmeric and China rose water, and artificial are phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Fine. Yes. Now next point is that the color coding change after putting the drops of acid and base. So we have seen in litmus, in turmeric and in China rose water, this base and acid becomes. So this is important. Actually I'm telling you, this is important, and this is important, and this is important. As far as you don't have to do much, you just have to remember these color coding. If anything are being asked from this is the main question that is being raised. Now what is next? In our section that we will study, that is neutralization. So I rub it, please make note of it, and I am rubbing these points. Now we have next section, that is neutralization. Please make note of it. Neutralization, we will study it. Now neutralization. What is neutralization? See, neutralization, very important. Neutralization. And if I tell you in a very simple words, it is nothing. It is just the reaction between acid and base. What? Yes. It is just the reaction between acid and base. Then why it is named as neutralization? Because the final product from base and acid reaction is neither acid nor base, then it is neutral. That's why it is neutralization. So final product of this reaction is neither acid nor basic. It is neutral. Hence it is known as neutralization. So that is why hence it is known as neutralization, because product is neutral. Clear? Okay sir, now let's say if we can write it acid plus base and final product is salt and that is neutral. So what is this salt? I tell you, the name of final product is salt. So acid plus base reaction is known as neutralization because the final product is neutral, and acid plus base, the product's name termed as salt, generally it becomes a salt. Fine. Okay sir, fine. Now I tell you a simple and very famous example of neutralization. You know how which is the most acidic and which is the most basic. So I know sir, HCl is strongest acid plus NaOH. This is the strongest base. This is strongest base. And if you put these two in a beaker and just shake a little bit like this, the final products become NaCl plus H2O plus energy plus energy. This is what the final equation looks like. This is something that final equation look like. It means strongest acid, strongest base, and this is salt, and this is neutral. This is neutral, and this is a byproduct, and delta S is energy. Delta S is energy. Delta S is energy. Okay sir, fine. So what is this? This is an example of neutralization. This is an example of a neutralization. Now what you need to do is that can we have the properties of neutralization? Yes, we have. See sir, neutralization is nothing, it is just a reaction between acid and base. See, I have told you earlier ना. Yes. So अगर इसकी property की बात की जाए तो देखो क्या होता है इस reaction की properties of this reaction, और बोल दूं तो neutralization. The first one is it is very fast. Sometime it does not take even seconds. It becomes in a fraction of seconds. Very fast. Second, sometimes it happens in dark room also. So what is this logic behind dark room and lighting room? See, somewhere and somewhat every chemical reaction does need energy, and the energy can be given in the form of light. So in kind of dark room there is no light, there is no energy from surrounding areas. Then I'm telling you, very few reactions are possible in dark room. We have to take it into the light, we have to give the energy as form of the light. So this reaction does happen in dark room also. Third one, final product is neutral. Fine. Fourth, it gives some energy. It gives some energy. It means this reaction gives me energy. So there are two types of reaction, one which needs energy and one which release energy or gives energy. So which gives energy, that is exothermic reaction. That is exothermic reaction in nature. That is exothermic reaction in nature. So neutralization is exothermic in reaction. And one point can also be noted, delta H, that is the energy, and that is negative in this. Sir, why this has been written? See, final initial product, yes, initial reactant as HCl and NaOH, and final are those, and some energy is released. It means the initial energy was much more than, because some energy has been lost in atmosphere. That is why we lost some energy. That's why delta S is written as negative. So these are the some properties of neutralization. Now in next class we will see which kind of neutral elements which kind of, and these are basically known as salt, which are very important to us, which are very important not only as far as exam is concerned, in our daily life also. So we will study in that next lecture, and after that we will be moving for further concept. So till then, make notes of it, and thank you for watching.